This is Mito Forex global community, and we purely do free Forex trainings. We don't charge anything for trainings. Okay. So don't be asked to pay. If somebody asks you to pay anything, don't accept. At Mito Forex, we don't charge anything to train. Number two, we don't take people's money. So don't accept any communication that is not from me or from the admin if you are in any of our groups. Don't accept any communication that is not from Zito or from any other person who is not part of the admins at Mito Forex Global. Personally, I'm a trainer and I have a vision of opening a brokerage firm that will eventually be a brokerage firm of traders. You know, we are all traders. So I want to push this vision as a team. And I believe that all of us are going to support. How many are going to support MFG or Mito Forex community brokerage firm? We're opening a brokerage firm so soon. And my aim is to train at least 1,000 people for free who are going to trade effectively. Our aim is to change and impact lives positively. So we have set the measures and everything is in place. So guys, join us, join people who have a vision of changing the notion that Forex is a scam and impacting lives positively. Our aim is to ensure that those who engage in the business of Forex get to understand it and understand it well. There is money in Forex, but only for those who understand why. When you get to a field whereby 95% of people lose money every day, that tells you as much as there is money, it is not easy to get money from that field. I told you some of us when we started Forex, we lost to a point of Googling, do people really make money in Forex? But later, after research, and after spending time in learning and getting to understand this skill, by the grace of God, we got it right. Remember, institutions, there is a voice, there's a lot of voice breaking. Can you hear me, guys? Is my sound okay? Is somebody saying my voice is breaking? Is my sound okay? If my sound is not okay, kindly confirm. If it's okay, confirm. Okay. Yeah, +115 Mzito, that is great. Fenina. Okay. Yes, Joshua Mwema. Okay. Okay, the sound is okay. If you have a problem with maybe sound is from your end, you can exit the meeting, then you can later rejoin. Okay. So having said that, let's start our class. So I wanted to inform us that this training happens every day as from 8:30. Just commit yourself for 2 good weeks. In fact, not even 2 weeks, for 10 days. That is like 2 weeks in Forex. So for 10 days, if you will not miss a class for the 10 weeks that we are going to do this training starting today, at the end of 10 days, you will have known so much related to Forex, and we are going to get to a point whereby we are going to trade as a team. Trading as a team means that is the only way you can succeed in Forex. Trading as a team means we will have a group where all of us, after learning, will be placing trade as a team. If the market confirms a buy, there is a call. We will be making a WhatsApp call, and all of us get into the market together, set and apply risk management together, end the trade together, either positive or negative together, and we will do that consecutively for 3 months. Though personally, I will be in the group for 1 month, but we will continue for 3 months. And we are much determined to ensure that if that challenge will have over 100 people, at least this time, we are determined to ensure at least 8 of them get to do Forex and to do it professionally. So I believe that if you are ready, you are in the right place, and in the right place to learn, right place to now master the Forex skill. I will tell you as a matter of fact, Forex, if you have been doing Forex, you will get to understand this, that it's not about how long you have been in the business. I've trained people. If you can just stick to what we are doing and do it for a month or two, applying the same set of rules. Remember, this is a game of rules. So if you are out of the rules or you are out of business. I always give this caption or this quote. Okay, out of plan, out of business. That is our quote. Out of plan, out of business. Take note of that. Anywhere or anytime you decide to become a trader, some of us have even captured that in our houses. We know very well in Forex, if you are out of plan, you are out of business. So make sure that you work with those who are having a plan. They are working as a team. We are executing trades and doing everything as a team. So as Mzito personally, I'm determined to help us. How many are ready to work with us consecutively for 10 trading days, training days? Not trading, but for 10 trading days. Just thumbs up if you're confirming that you're going to be with us for the next 10 training days before we start trading as a community. Believe me, if you miss any session, it might be very, very difficult for you to catch up, and it will force you to join our new class, the class of April. So just dedicate yourself, set alarm, 8:30. I think all of us are at home. So it's just a matter of decision. If you set an alarm and say, every day I will be attending Zito's class from 8:30 to 9:30, okay? It will be enough. We always finish by exactly latest 9:45, but 9:30 is the time that we are supposed to end the session. So having said that, those who are in class, where did we stop last? Where did we stop last? Those who were in class last week, we think our last session was on Wednesday or Thursday. Where did we stop? Type down there on the chat. Where did we stop last? Yes. People are communicating down there on the chat. Where did we stop last? Yes. So we stopped at pips. We had to start lot sizes. So we are starting lot sizes today. Class of September, day 5. Position, a calculator, calculating pips, a manual lot size. Yeah, we did pips, and today I will not be recapping on pips, but I will eventually proceed to what we call lot size. So how many have joined us today? If you have joined us today, thumbs up. If you have joined us today, thumbs up. Miriam, Mwangimugo, aha. Yes. There are so many people who have joined us today. You are much welcome. Follow the session and follow closely. Okay, follow the session and follow closely. So we are here to ensure that we all get there. So let me share our screen. Let me share our screen in a few. So allow me to share my screen, then we start the session. Okay. Yes. If you can't hear or if you have problem with sound, just exit the meeting, then consider rejoining. What I mean, class of 75, same lesson. Yeah, so those who want to learn about pips and lots, go and watch on our YouTube page, class of September from day 1. If you want lots and pips is on day 5, but kindly, that is a secret. The same way we are doing in this class is recorded and others will be following later. So if you want to go ahead of us, which most of us are doing that, you go to the YouTube page. I think the YouTube link will be shared there. Don't share all the links of our groups. Share Facebook, share YouTube, and main WhatsApp group, which is, I think, Mzito Global for now. Now, let's start. Okay. Let me now share the whiteboard. Confirmation if you are able to see my whiteboard. Kindly confirm if you are seeing my whiteboard. Okay. Yes. Whiteboard is, we have covered a lot here in Eldoret, so let me clear everything so that we have a good working space. So today, we are covering what we call lots. In Forex, it is the lot that determines how much you are going to gain or how much you are going to lose per pip. Okay? Per pip. So those who don't understand pip, I will just use a very simple language because we don't have time. If, for instance, you have to understand pips to understand lot. So I'll just use 2 minutes to recap on pips, but I will not go deeper. So when you are dealing with pips, Pips is ideally the smallest change of price in a currency pair. For example, you know very well that $1 is at 130 Kenya shillings. Maybe tomorrow you go to the bureau, $1 has gone up to maybe 137. We have a change of how many pips? How many shillings? 7 shillings. So in Forex, you read that as 7 pips. Okay? So you might have decided to trade and do this. I decide to trade now, GMBA. I want this market to go up, dollar. So the dollar is at 130 now, Kenya shillings. Those who are from different current countries will excuse us. You just get to use to maybe Kenya shillings against dollar. So 1 Kenya shillings is at 130 Kenya shillings. But I know very well that it's going to go up to 140. But in case it doesn't go up, I want to exit at 127. So I'm here. This is where I'm entering my trade. I'm entering my trade at 130. So in case the market does not go to 140 and it starts going opposite, I will lose 3 shillings. So in Forex, you say, I'm risking 3 pips. Okay? And targeting, if it goes according to my speculation, if it goes up to 140, I will have made what we call 10 pips. So it is these pips that we are going now to understand. How do we convert them into money? If let's say I've captured 40 pips, I've captured 50 pips, how can I then convert these pips into money in relation to the amount I'm risking? But now there's lesson on pips, a complete lesson on pips in the class of September as from day 5. Kindly go and watch that. So let's cover the next thing. It is lot that tells us how much are we going to gain or to lose per pip. Are we together? How many are with me? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up if you're following and you're with us. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Yes, yes, yes. Aha. Yes, yes, yes. So we are going to cover and understand that. So when you talk of lots are simply contracts. Okay? When you say lots are simply contracts. And contracts being made of different sizes. So when you hear lots are simply contracts. Okay? Lots are simply contracts. Contracts. Then lot sizes are simply, you know, we have lot and lot sizes. Lot sizes are simply contracts being made of different sizes. So contracts, just write this, I will explain. So don't worry that maybe what is this? Contracts. Contract, so lot size, that is a lot. We have lot and lot size. So when we talk of lot size, simply means contracts being made of different sizes. I'll be explaining this, so don't have to worry. Being made, if there's a part that I really struggle to understand in Forex is here, but I will try within the first or 2 classes, you will have mastered it. So contracts being made of different sizes. Okay, contracts being made of different sizes. Very, very important. That is what we call as lot sizes. Now, it is, if you don't understand a lot, there are so many people who are trading in Forex, but they are not aware if they enter the market, how much are they going to win or how much are they going to do what? To lose. And that has cost many a lot of money in the market, because anytime you are in the market or you enter the market without an understanding of what you are going to lose, then things are going to be very, very difficult for you. You need to understand how much am I going to win, or rather how much am I going to gain. Are we seeing my screen? Naona kuna mtu anasema iko blank. Are we seeing my screen? The lots? Is it visible? Okay, so those who are maybe not seeing, I will advise that you consider exiting the meeting, then rejoin. Then make sure that if you're in the meeting, mute your mic, because I cannot go back and mute everybody. You may not understand, like Alan Jack. Alan Jack, your mic is open, but I've muted you. So make sure that you don't unmute your mic. Plus any other person, so that remember the class is being recorded and we want the sound to be clear for those who will be going through the video later. Now let's continue. So we have said lots are simply contracts being made of different sizes. So draw this table, all of us. Let's draw this table. Let's draw this table. So let's have this table here. So on this table here, have the type of lots. Have the type of lots. So on the first column, we'll have the type. So draw here the type. Write type. Follow closely. Then here write units. Write units. Then after units, write what we call volume. Volume is now what you will be placing on your MT4 or MT5. Write volume. Then dollar value per every pip. What happens if the market moves by this number of pips? So write here dollar value per every pip. Those who are with us in the class of pip, I believe you will get to understand this and understand it well. Now, the first type of lot size is always called a standard lot. Is always called a standard lot. So you can write here, just write what I'm writing. When I start explaining, you'll understand it very, very well, or so well. Just follow. So we have what we call the standard lot. The standard sorry, I'm in class. So the standard lot. The standard lot. Number two, we have what we call the mini lot. Mini lot. And lastly, we have what we call the micro lot. Though there's a nano lot, but we ignore that. So when you say a standard lot, to open a standard lot, standard lot is usually 1. Eh? When you open a standard lot, is always represented by 1 in the MT4. We'll be doing the practical of this tomorrow. You need 100,000 units. Or in other words, assume it's dollars. For me to open a standard lot, I need $100,000 to open a standard lots, but assuming those are units. Eh? So you need 100,000 units to open a lot size of 1. Okay? And if you place what we call a lot size of 1, if the market moves by 1 pip, you are either losing or gaining $10. Very, very important. A standard lot means if I've traded, now this one standard lot. If I've traded one standard lot, which is here, it means I'm either gaining $10 or losing $10 per every pip. We have said pip. If Kenya shillings have moved from 130 to 131, that is like 1 pip. So if you are trading using a standard lot, it means per every move, you are either gaining $10 or losing $10. I believe you are following. If you're following, thumbs up. You're following, thumbs up. Yes. Oh, Mukeshi Evangelista from Uganda, I'm seeing you here. Emmanuel Mutungi, the realist. The realist here, you are very consistent. Kevin 001, Vivian Yegon. Aha. Yes, let's continue. We are covering lots. Today in Eldoret, we are supposed to cover lots, but we never did that. So those who are, how many are from Eldoret here? Eldoret, and you're here. If you're from Eldoret, Hilary Kiplugut, Rhoda, Vivian Ngetich, Dan Imbo. So we have about 10 or 20 people from Eldoret here. Bonventure. We have so many people from Eldoret. Thank you so much, Eldoret community. It means today we are all here. Albert Bill. So we have over 20 people. How many are from Nakuru? Thumbs up. Nakuru. Do you have people from Nakuru? Yeah, Vivian Yegon. Okay. Now let's continue. Now, if I want to open a mini lot, I need how many units? 10,000 to open a mini lot. 10,000. Kindly, guys, follow closely. And I will use a lot size. Lot size is the same here. Hapa your volume, the lot size. And utakuwa unaweka kwa simu, you'll be placing on your phone the lot size. Here. You will go and place a lot size of 0.1. If you place a lot size of 0.1, it means you have opened 10,000 units, which is equivalent to $1 per every pip. If the market moves by 1 pip, if you are using a lot size of 0.1, it means you are either gaining $1 or losing $1 per every pip. Then micro lot. On micro lot, you need 1,000 units. 1,000 units, which means it's a lot size of 0.01. If the market moves by 1 pip, you are either gaining or losing $0.1. Just draw that table and leave it there. We are now proceeding. Just draw the table and leave it there. Then come down and write this. Follow me closely. Come down and write. For me to trade one standard lot, write this formula. Kindly write this formula. For me to trade one standard lot, I need how many units? 100,000. This is the formula we are going to use to calculate. Remember, when you enter the market, you should understand what is the correct lot size to use. And if I use this lot size, how much am I going to gain, or rather, how much am I going to lose? So if I trade one standard lot, write this formula somewhere. If I trade one standard lot somewhere, one standard lot, I need 100,000 units. 100,000 units. And if I trade the same one standard lot, if the market moves by 1 pip, I'm either gaining or losing $10 per every pip. Have this formula somewhere. If I'm trading one standard lot, if the market moves by 1 pip, make sure that if you miss the class on pip, go and watch our video on a Telegram group, day 4 and 5. So if the market moves by 1 pip, I'm either gaining or losing $10. Okay? I'm either gaining or losing $10. Now, let's continue. Have this formula somewhere. Capture this formula somewhere. And now we have our question. Having an account, of 300,000 units. 300,000 units. 300,000 units. What is the maximum lot size you can open? What is the maximum lot size? Using that formula, we are going to do together the first question. What is the maximum lot size you can open? Lot size you can trade. You can trade or open, the same thing. And number 2, what will be the dollar value per pip? What will be the dollar value per pip? The dollar value per every pip. So dollar value per every pip itakuwa ngapi? Okay. So let's do together the first question. Using this formula, so any amount you have, you should understand, with this my amount, the maximum lot size I can trade is this. Okay? The maximum lot size with this amount, I can open up to this lot. Are we together? Now, you will use this formula. The answer is very simple. If a person with one standard lot, if I'm trading a lot size of standard lot, one standard lot, I need 100,000 units. Very simple. But you don't have 100,000, you have 300,000. You have 300,000. You don't have 100, but you have 300. So you want the lot size. So a person who is supposed to trade one standard lot, he or she should have 100,000 units. But for your case, you don't have 100, you have 300. So what lot size should you trade? Very simple mathematics. You'll just take cross multiplication, ile ya shule, the one you used to do in school, which will be one standard lot, multiply by 300,000, divide by 100,000. Very, very simple. So when you cancel that, those are 5 zeros. Come and clear. So this one, these 5 zeros goes with these 5 zeros. So I end up with 3 standard lots. 3 standard lots. So as a person with 100,000 units is opening one standard lot, me with 300,000, I'll open 3 standard lots. How many are with me to that point? Tell me, Mzito, I've followed and I'm with you to that point. Thumbs up. Okay. Yes. If you don't get it, don't worry. The first attempt, we will be doing several examples and we will ensure that all of us get to understand it. Okay. Yes. Now let's continue. Now, you have answered the first question correctly. Now the second question. What will be the dollar value per pip? You know very well that a person trading one standard lot, if the market moves by 1 pip, he's making $10 or losing $10. So use the same formula here. You apply the same formula. So you'll come and do your math here and say, if a person with one standard lot, he either gains or loses $10. You don't have one standard lot, you have 3 standard lots. So that is very simple. What will be the dollar value per every pip? It means it's 3 times 10, okay, which equals to $30 per every pip. This is the first attempt. You don't have to master it on the first attempt, but a question. So units, take units as money. So by now, just take units as money. Just see them as dollars. I need $100,000 to open that lot so that you don't confuse yourself. Now, if I may ask a question again, how many have understood everything to where we have come, or to where we are? If you have understood everything, okay. So we have, if you have understood everything to where we are, and Mzito, I have understood everything. Okay, everything. Okay. Now that is the first attempt. How many have just understood? We can say over 50%, 50-60%. Those who have understood at least 50%, at least 50%. Okay, Bonvenja. Okay. Now, let's do a second example. Let me do another example. Kindly follow closely. I'm not doing anything out of this formula. You see this formula? We are doing everything within this very formula. You see this formula here? This is the formula we are relying on. One standard lot equals to 100,000 units. One standard lot equals to $10 per every pip. Now, let me give another question here on the same. So having an account, still our formula is here. Let me write the formula again. I've said one standard lot. If you're trading a standard lot, you need 100,000 units. Write this somewhere again. You need 100,000 units. And also, if you are trading the same one standard lot, you need, if the market moves by 1 pip, you are either gaining or losing $10. So if you're either trading one standard lot, if the market moves by 1 pip, you are either gaining or losing $10 per every pip. Very, very important. This is our formula. So everything we are going to do, we are just relying on this formula. So another question, let's do it together. Again, then the third question I will give out as a question for all of us to do. So if you have 80,000 units, or $80,000 for that case. If you have 80,000 units, question 1, what is the maximum lot size you can trade? What is the maximum lot size you can trade? Okay, the maximum lot size. The maximum lot size you can trade. And number 2, what will be the dollar value per pip? Question 2, what will be the dollar value per pip? The dollar value per every pip. Very simple. Let's do it together. Again, the formula is here. The good thing with lot size, even if you don't understand, we have a software. So there's a software that I will show you that will help you do this calculation. But I always want my students to get this thing with a lot of ease. Okay, let's get there. So one standard lot, you know very well, if I'm setting one standard lot, is equivalent to 100,000 units. Very, very important. But I don't have 100,000 units. I have 80,000 units. If a person with one standard lot and he has 100,000 units, me, I have 80,000. So what will be my lot? I will still cross multiply. It will be 1 standard lot multiply by 80,000 and now divide by 100,000. Divide by 100,000. So if you do that, these 3 zeros goes with that, this 0 with this, you end up with 0.8 lots. 0.8 lots. So as a person with 100,000 is using 1 standard lot, a person with 80,000 is using 0.8 lots. But now when I place a lot size of 0.8, how many dollars is it per pip? It is very simple. You go to the second formula, but can I show you the shortcut? When you get the lot, to get the dollar value per pip, you multiply by 10. If you get 0.8, if you want to know it is how many dollars per pip, just multiply the lot by 10. How many are getting that? How many are getting that? Just multiply the lot by 10. If you multiply by 10, inakwambia how many dollars per pip? The market moves by, so it will be 0.8 times 10, which is equivalent to $8 per pip. $8 per pip. Okay? But rather, let's use the formula. If you'll get that with time. You can still come to the second formula. If a person with 1 standard lot is either gaining $10 per every pip. Okay? But for my case, I have a lot size. I don't have 1 standard lot. I have 0.8. It will be still 0.8 times 10, which will still give you 0.8. So when you get a lot size, any lot size that you use in Forex, if you want to know is how many dollars per pip, especially on the major currencies, just multiply by 10. 0.8 times 10 is equivalent to $8. If the market moves by 1 pip, I'm either gaining or losing $8 per pip. Now, how many are with me to that point? Tell me, Mzito, I'm with you to that point. I'm with you to that point. Correct. Now, I want all of us to try this question. I want to see over 100 answers because we are already over 100 people here. I want to see over 100 answers. Now, let's do this question. All of us, let's try this question. If you're joining us today, don't worry. I will advise you. You can just go to our YouTube page. Mudomi, can you share the YouTube page link there so that if you miss a previous class, things might seem to be difficult because you are joining us on, you are joining us in the middle or halfway. We have already covered much, though not that much, but at least go and watch videos in our Telegram as well as our YouTube page. Though I prefer YouTube, and go and watch the class of September, watch day 1, day 2, day 3. It's only 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. So if you get to day 4, you will have understood everything to where we are. Let's continue. Now, this is a question for all of us. So this is a question for all of us, question 3, having 25,000 units. Having 25,000 units, question 1. What is the maximum lot size you can trade? All of us, you'll answer, or don't answer one question, answer all of them. What is the maximum lot size you can trade? The maximum lot size you can trade. Question 2, what is the dollar value per pip? Tell you when you get lot size is very easy, just multiply by 10. What will be the dollar value per pip? What will be the dollar value per pip? Let's do it. Dollar value per, if the market moves by 1 pip, how much will I be gaining? How much will I be losing? Let's do it down there. I want to see the answers coming in. Want to see the answers. The realist, 0.25 and $2.5 per pip. Let's shoot our answers. How many don't understand pips? Thumbs up, because I'm going to recap on pips probably after this again. How many don't understand pips? Anthony Kinyanjui, Massimo Hoja. You want to help those who don't understand pips? Only 2. How many don't understand pips? Hey, I will have to repeat pips. Emma Odongo, thumbs down if you don't understand pips. Okay. So immediately after this, probably I will be recapping something small on pips. But kindly, let me do recap tomorrow because time is well spent and I want to finish exactly at 9:30 according to our time. So go and watch the videos on pips. But tomorrow, between 8:30 to 9 p.m. I'll recap on pips before proceeding with the lot size. So just understand what we are doing on lot size, but later tomorrow I will advise now go and watch the YouTube and get to understand pips. Before that, before we have our session tomorrow to recap on pips, I'll recap pips because we want now to move after pips and lots. We want now to go deep. We want to learn strategy this week. So by the time it gets to next week, we will be starting our challenge, trading as a team. So if you missed something, kindly, we are going to share our YouTube link and Facebook and all the social media where you can get us. Follow, if it's Facebook, follow the page and do everything that you are supposed to do down there. Okay, let me read the answers. Majority of us have answered. I'll read the first, maybe 10 or 5. Okay. Yes. Now let me go through your answers. The realist. I think the realist was the first one to answer. Okay, no, Jonathan Deto, the realist. Yeah, the realist. How many the realist? I don't know. Also very consistent person. So the lot size is 0.25 and $24.5 per pip. Bonventure, correct. Jonathan Deto, correct. Ian Muriki, correct. Sarandiwa, correct. Sarah. Corin James, correct. Daniel Nziga, Tilly, Eunice Ngoro, Aaron, Edin Josh, Fajesho Nagodi. Nagodi are from Kenya. Don't understand. Eric Agola, okay. Mark Sefuma, Gerald Mwai, Eric Tanui Titus, David Mwangi Kibui, Joshua Mwema, Steve Austin, Merinjeri, I've been seeing you in our classes also. Miriam, Simon Karari, Ondera, Gerald Mwai, Kevin Otieno, Edin Josh, Lucy Terere. Lucy Terere, you are also very consistent. I've seen you in several classes. Evans Njeri, Naomi Gitau, Felix Meli, Vivian Yegon, Ken Kinoti. Kinoti is one of the people who has followed us for some time now, since last year. And he keeps on attending these classes. That's why he's getting better every day. Dorothy Birgin, Joy Marks, Sarandiwa, Agri, Ondera, Ivy Meli, Alice Richu, even Richu, very consistent. Joyce Wangari, Evangelista, also very consistent from Uganda. Phoebe Nyamweya, very consistent. Aha, yes. Purity Chepkorir, Emmanuel Odongo, Oscar. You just try. Only less than 60 have answered, and we are over 100. Where are the rest? Just you do your question and do your answer down there. Now let's do it as a team because of time. I've told us the formula is here. This is the formula that we are using. You think this is our formula for every one standard lot. We are either gaining or losing $10 per every pip. Okay. Now, having an account of $25,000, the formula is up here. So you just do the same thing. If I have one standard lot, very simple. If I have one standard lot, I will need how many units? 100 units. 100 units, take them as dollars. You need 100,000 units. So what if you have 25,000 units? Very simple. What is the lot size that you'll trade? You'll do one standard lot. Make sure that you follow closely because tomorrow we'll be doing also practical of this placing trades and lot size live. One online lot multiply by 25,000 and divide by 100,000. Divide by 100,000. So these 3 zeros goes with these 3 zeros. So it means my lot size will be 25 divided by 100, which is equivalent to 0.25 lots. So as a person with 100,000 units is trading a lot size of 1. Me with 25,000, I'll be trading a lot size, a maximum lot size of 0.25. So these lots, if you want to change these lots into money per pip, because we don't know pip, majority of us don't know pip, we just use the second formula here. One standard lot equals to $10. So if a person with one standard lot, you're trading one standard lot, you're either gaining or losing $10. What of me, who doesn't have standard lot, but I have 0.25 standard lots? If you cross multiply, you'll end up with $2.5 per every pip. But to make this thing simpler, I'll repeat on pips tomorrow. I'll do a recap on pips, then we combine with lots then we move. To that point, how many have understood? If you have understood, thumbs up, and if you haven't, thumbs down, so that I know how to repeat or what to tell us. If you have understood everything, thumbs up, or if you haven't, do thumbs down, so that I will advise. So Emmanuel, okay, Emmanuel hasn't understood. My concern is to those who haven't understood also, so that we see how to help them. We see how to help those who haven't understood. Bitcoinaire, you have been with us for some time, okay, but you have not understood that. The good thing is that, or the good report is, for those who have failed to understand, we have a software to help us do all those mathematics. So if you don't love math, if you're seeing it as something different or difficult, I will still organize a way of getting to do it right using a software. There's a software that will help us do that. So it is very, very important for every person calling himself a trader to understand, how much am I going to lose in the market? So this is what I want you to get as a summary. When you are placing any lot size, because there's a software that will help you calculate the lot size and everything. But when you are placing any lot size in the market, get this, any lot size, because lot size is what determines what you are gaining or what you are going to lose. So whichever the lot size you are losing, or you are using, what you are going to gain or lose is fully dependent on that lot size. So any lot size, if you're using a lot size of 0.1, if you want to know it's how many dollars per pip, multiply by 10. It means it's $1. If a person anakwambia leo nimetrade lot size ya 0.5, or today I've traded a lot size of 0.5, in other words, he's telling for every pip is $5 per every pip. If let's say, let me ask this as a question. What if you are trading a lot size of 0.09? Is how many dollars per pip? Those who are following.
0.9.
Yeah, Mark Sefuna 0.9. The realist, jina yako ni moto. 0.9. Naomi Gitau, Nzinga, Odhiambo Benmark, Daniel Nzega, Naomi Gitau, Joshua Musima, Mutisia Eric, Fenina, Yaya. So any lot size that you use, even if you fail to understand anything, you know, when you are placing a trade, you will always have to put lot size. And there are people who have been trading even for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, but they don't understand the power behind the lot size they are using. So whichever the lot size you are using, to know that is how many dollars per pip, multiply by 10. Again, whichever the lot size you are using, because you are going to trade especially major currencies, whichever the lot size you are using, if you want to understand is how many dollars per pip, you just multiply by 10. How many are with me to that point? Thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. We are already 9:30, and today I promise us that I don't want to go beyond time. Guys, I will end by saying this. It takes few days or few weeks to understand Forex, but it will take others 3, 6, and 18 months consecutively to master this skill and to do it as a business. There are those who will take them 3 months to be professional Forex traders. There are those who it will take them 6 months to become professional Forex traders. There are those who will take them 18 months. It will take them 18 months to become professional Forex traders. So we are not the same. Take note of that. And there are those who will never understand, especially those who got the wrong foundation. So being part of Mzito community, we are going to ensure that all of us are going to get there. But just accept to be part of those who are willing to follow instructions, be part of those who are willing to work with us. The secret is one. Just dedicate these 2 weeks that I'm working with you to enlighten you. Then get to a point whereby we are going to have a group where we are going to trade as a community. When you get to that level, believe me, if we trade as a community for 1 month, even the areas that you fail to understand, it will be so easy for you to understand. Remember, what drives you in this business is your passion. You might not have understood everything, but now that the desire to know more, the desire to continue is what determines either if you're going to stay or not. If your passion is to become a trader, you will succeed. But if your passion is to make money, you will not succeed. let me tell you the truth. There's losses in Forex, and losses are part of Forex trading. The whole month, you might even have more losses than wins. So if your intention was to make profit, if you lose for 3 consecutive days, chances are you will quit. But if your intention was to become a profitable trader, you will allow yourself to remain within the boundary of plan. Plan is ideally instructions. Plan is ideally set of rules. This is purely game of rules. So anytime you are out of rules, you are out of business. Anytime you are out of plan, you are out of business. Get to understand this. And I will enlighten you on all this. I want this, all of us who are here, so that when you get to understand Forex, you will not lose money without an understanding. You lose money knowing that the problem probably is on your end. But nobody who works with us and accept to follow instructions ever blows an account. You cannot blow an account if you follow everything that I'm telling you. And you cannot fail as a trader if you decide to work with us from this point henceforth. So I'm going to allow all of us who are determined. How many are promising me, Mzito, we are going to be with you till the end? We are going to be with you till the end. Alice Richu, Simon Karari. Yes, you are going to be with us. Remember this class, we started with over 100 and maybe 20 people. Now we are at 110. That tells you that it is the passion. If you are here from the beginning to the end, it's not easy. Okay? Dorothy Birgen, you're saying all the way. I'm here. Aaron Murimi, I will be with you. Together can do this. Yes, I'm opening a brokerage firm very soon by the grace of God. And I recommend that let's understand Forex and support the vision of one of us. Okay? But you cannot support me if you are still blowing accounts. So we are going to ensure that get it right. I will help you to the maximum and ensure that we all get there. So I will allow at least all of us, if you have been in this session, tell me how has been the presentation. Have you understood something? Have you understood halfway? Tell me, Mzito, repeat on lot size. Just leave your comment down there on the chat. We shall be going through them. Just leave your comment. Pamoja kufa dereva kufa makanga up to the end. Ken Kinoti. Kinoti is saying he's going to be with us to the end no matter what. Leave your comment. How was the session? Don't just leave the meeting without a comment. Allow me to end the meeting together with you. This is Forex for you. I was showing people here in Eldoret that in Forex, you see like now this one, the whole month, you took only 34 trades. You only had 11 wins and 13 losses. But because you understand what you are doing, you are managing risk. You ended up with a profit of 45% of your capital. That means if you had $10,000, you have 4,500 as profit. Or let's say you had 1 million, either Kenya shillings, Ugandan shilling, or whichever country you are in. If you had 1 million, you already had a profit of 450,000 as your profit. The second month, the same thing happened. You had more losses than wins because, in fact, you lost 14 and only had 9 wins. But still, you ended that month with a profit of 25%. That is equivalent to 250,000 in a millions account. The next month, you only took 25 trades and you ended up with a profit of 31% of your capital. That tells you that if you know what you are doing, if you get it right from the point go, you will not lose money, but you will be generating consistent profits. I've told you not once that companies are looking for people who can generate between 5 to 10% as profit every month. Banks are looking for that. Hedgers are looking for such kind of people. Big institutions related to finance or money market, they are looking for people who can trade on their behalf. In Forex, you don't need a certificate. You just need a proof that you have been disciplined for at least 6 consecutive months of doing the right thing. If you can just make a profit of 5%, that means if you have 100 shillings, just make a profit of 5 shillings every month. If you can do that for 6 months or for 6 months, ask me where you can get capital. We have so many institutions. We have people who are looking for such people. So it is possible to find yourself at that point. Are we together? Having said that, who can maybe end the session? Give us a comment. One lady, one gentleman. as we end up, as I read the comment, you can unmute. Kezaya, if you want to leave a comment or maybe give a compliment concerning the session.
Thank you so much, Mzito.
Yes.
Hi, enyewe hiyo session imekuwa tamu since ni join. I really appreciate the time you took for us to know everything about forex. We cherish you. Thank you for the time you dedicated.
Okay, thank you so much, Kezaya. Who else? Dennis Ruto, you are saying you are inspiring forex gurus now? Okay, somebody else.
Okay.
Somebody else? You need one more person. Tell us how has been the session. If you can speak and mute. Erima anasema online session is enjoyable than class session. Okay.
Okay, the class has been good. Today you have been punctual and I love it. The physical class in Eldoret was good. Nimefaidika sana.
Okay, thank you so much, Emmanuel Mutungi. He was also here in Eldoret for physical. Tomorrow we are still in Eldoret for physical class, our last day in Eldoret. So make sure that you purpose to attend. Joshua anasema the class is always fantastic. Okay, let's just go through the comments. Maybe as we wind up, fantastic. Velievuchi, Joyce Wangari, great work, Felix. The meeting was awesome. Ondera, I understand at least new skill. Thank you so much. Paul Wasika, it was great. Most satisfying session I've had in 2 weeks. I'm glad I joined. Thank you. The session was fantastic. Joshua Mwema, wonderful session. Dorothy Birgen, understood part of it, though I joined late. You will watch the video later in our Telegram group. The class was amazing. Dennis, the class was amazing. Faith, the session was wonderful. Daniel, Nagodi was profitable. Phoebe Nyamwea, thank you. Great session. Agri Mombo, Mzito, keep the fire burning. Bitconaire, you're such a wonderful coach. Grace Kanyede, the future is bright. The realist, we have understood and learned something new. I enjoyed the session. Naomi Gitau. Martin anasema I'm getting something. Be blessed. Fenina, believe me, you out of plan, out of business. Yeah, you have captured something so important. Out of plan, you mean out of business in forex. Alan Jack was there, but definitely repeat lot size was a bit held up kiasi. But great session today. You'll go and watch the video again. Wonderful. Chip Korir, Evan Ngeri, Eunice Ngoro. The presentation is good. It cuts across. Understand the ability. Emmanuel Mtungi, it has been good. Even the physical class was good. I've learned a lot. Fenina, looking at your recorded videos, your voice is always the same. The information, hakuna ujanja. Yeah, it's true. If you watch the videos, the same thing. The material always seems fresh. Thanks, Mzito. Philip is part of us, one of our trainers at Mzito Forex community of Global. And you'll join him during the London session in New York. We always do the session together. He was a student like you. He joined like you. And he's now a trainer helping many. I've trained so many people to a level of training others, meaning you are the next in line. Mukeshi, Evangelista from Uganda. Awesome. You only hit on the main points. Thank you so much. Mtisia Eric Naomi, your patience is on another level. Thanks so much for changing mentality. Jonathan Deto, you are really changing my perspective on Forex. So that, guys, we are going to stop there for today. Let's meet tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye-bye and have a blessed night. Good night, guys.